Hello, this is Sandra Shevey, welcoming you once again. This week, I'm going to discuss my interview with Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock was one of my greatest interviews. He was a hero of mine since the time I was a child and watched all of the television shows and the movies in their first run. Meeting him was, as I say, a spectacular experience. Unfortunately, he was in decline at the time. His career was going downhill. His mentor had been shunted upstairs, and the new head of production was riding Hitchcock very hard regarding the ultimate script he was going to write, which never got made, unfortunately, The Short Night. When I interviewed Hitchcock, I had just returned from Britain, where I had seen Frenzy in one of the Odeon theaters. Hitchcock worked for Odeon, Gaumont Odeon, for many years before going to America. We discussed Frenzy, we discussed many, many things, and particularly in Frenzy, we discussed the misogyny, which many male writers never brought up or never explored to the fullest extent. I interviewed Hitchcock in one of his last and very rare one-to-one interviews. After that, he only did big press conferences with such luminaries as John Simon and Richard Schickel, being able to ask only one question. The interview is unique because it deals and explores the misogyny in the films, which many critics, often male, have avoided or not pursued as intensively as I have in this particular interview. You will hear his reply in the following soundbite.
My wife and I were shown around a very famous brothel in Paris, called the Rue Provence, 122 Rue Provence, where they had these various rooms for different kinds of sexual pleasures. They even had a compartment of the Parisian Mediterranean Railway. Scenery in by the window and everything. They could have a girl on the seat. There was another room, a big room, about 5 times as big as this room, with a big cyclorama of the sea, sand, a bandstand, chairs, sun umbrellas and everything. So they could go and have a girl on a beach.
How much?
What it cost?
Yes.
Oh, it cost a lot of money.
I've never heard such a thing.
You haven't? Oh.
It sounds absolutely delicious.
Fantastic.
Why don't they have that's women's liberation.
Sure.
That's women need that kind of liberation as well.
When you were shown in,
I'd love to go to this place.
I don't know, well, some woman closed the door up, and I believe they're open and came down.
But just for men, are they open? Do they have male prostitutes for women as well as female prostitutes for men?
Yes, I don't know, I've never been in one of those. But I've been in this one, I was showed around it, you know.
This is just
They took tours, you know, if you knew the madame very well, or knew somebody who knew the madame, he'd take you around. But the fascinating thing was that when you walked into the lobby, with a big chandelier and this ornamental marble with ornamental iron and a brass handrail staircase, not a soul to be seen. Like going to a private house. And halfway down the stairs, the madame would come dressed in black. And you'd go into her office. We chat, you're alone in Paris and so forth. She wants to take you along and you can choose. She took us to a room, and it had semicircular steps, like they would in a TV show, you know, with the girls all standing on these steps in a semicircle, getting narrower and narrower, right to the last girl in the corner. And they'd all be standing there, maybe about 30 of them. And she said, which one would you like? It was damn embarrassing. You say, well, that one, there's a colored girl there. And I remember one girl we had a black lace dress on, but nothing else underneath.
If you're going to be in London, why don't you book one of our Alfred Hitchcock walks? We run the tours daily at 11 o'clock for 3 hours, and you get to hear more of the sound bites from my masterpiece interview with Mr. Hitchcock. You can book the tours by emailing Sandra_Shevey at yahoo.com.